Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott. Join us every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Learn more about the Experience community at our website, local.theexperience.video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Experience is brought to you each week by these great sponsors. The Aspects of Aging weekly talk show with Christine A. Smith. Each Monday at noon Central, Christine hosts unscripted conversations with experts. Learn more at agingbetternetwork.com. The Parakeet Drawing, You Are Worthy, is a book by Gina DeFay. This book is a powerful memoir about the ripple effects of a small act of kindness. The Parakeet Drawing, You Are Worthy, is available on Amazon. Nancy Bakke and Best Entrepreneur Solutions, revealing the key ingredients to skyrocket business profits with proven strategies and tactics. Call Nancy at 514-895-1572, online bestentrepreneursolutions.com. Albany Area Habitat for Humanity, since 1993, dedicated to building low-cost homes by forming partnerships with families. Get involved today on the web at albanyareahfh.org. And now let's get on with the show.
Yeah, let's get on with the show. And you know what, everybody? That is, I'm so happy to see everybody on the Experience Local, live with Russ and Scott this morning. And we need to actually play the correct sponsors this morning. That would be a really good thing. And somehow I didn't catch that before we got started. So here we go. Take two.
Hello, and welcome to the Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Each week, they bring you conversations with local Christian businesses and business owners. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Listen to the program on Spotify or wherever you listen to find podcasts. The Experience Local is brought to you each week by wonderful sponsors.
Copper Rock Real Estate, your commercial real estate broker in the Mid-Willamette Valley. Call Shelley Henderson at 503-881-7399. On the web, copperrockrealty.com. Join Boson Hub Digital Development in support of CASA of Lynn County. Court-appointed special advocates stand up for children. Become a CASA volunteer today. Learn more at lyncasa.org. Independent Merchant Brokers, affordable pay card processing solutions for your business or nonprofit organization. Call today at 877-460-4747. IndependentMerchantBrokers.com. The Arbor at Avamere Court in Kaiser Memory Care and Avamere at Albany Assisted Living. Arbor at AvamereCourt.com or AvamereAtAlbany.com. Discover Oregon Real Estate. Statewide experts in luxury home sales, farm and ranch, commercial, business sales, and land developments. On the web, dore.llc or call 541-250-1065.
And now, your hosts for the Experience Local, Russ and Scott.
Yes,
And
same great
here.
host, same great
Yeah.
experience, just the local experience. Here we are live.
And
Good to see everybody this morning.
We're grateful for all of our sponsors that are part of all of the shows that we do. And thank you to those that are supporting the Experience Local. And Russ, always good to hang out with you here on a Monday. I'm on the road traveling, and you are there in your office.
Well, it's so great that we can do this anywhere, Scott, and a blessing that you're willing to take time on your road trip to continue and be here. And what a blessing we're going to have today. You know, our good friend Michael Holt is with us today here on the Experience Local, live with Russ and Scott, and we're so happy to be here on a Monday. You know, we're here at 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time and 11 a.m. Texas Standard Time every week, everybody. So join in every week we have the most remarkable guests, right, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. Michael is just been a great friend for many years. I look forward to being able to share some of his story. He's got a story I think people will be able to relate to, having a career interrupted by COVID.
Yes, for sure. And, I just want to remind everybody that for more information on us and all of our shows, including the other intro you saw, which is our Wednesday flagship show, we're just promoting that for you today, every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific or 9 a.m. Texas Standard Time. But this show here today is always, again, at 9 a.m. Pacific or 11 a.m. Texas Standard Time. And all the information is local.theexperience.video, local.theexperience.video. You can get there today. If you want to subscribe directly to our YouTube page, you can skip that and go directly to the experience.video. We'll take you directly to our YouTube page, which is growing by leaps and bounds, right, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you, those videos that you've been doing with your little kitty have been very popular. And Russ, with the time today, I say let's get right into bringing our guest on.
Yes, absolutely. So excited for Michael, and we're going to get him and get this conversation started. Good morning, Mr. Michael Holt.
Hey, Russ Hedge and D. Scott, how you doing? We're back together again. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, good to see you there, Michael.
We don't need extra enthusiasm with you. We're so excited always to be here, and I'm just so thankful that you're blessing us today with your presence again. And, you are such a strong man of God. Let's just start off with the basics. For those that don't know you, Michael, which is not many now, tell everybody, who is Michael Holt and what in the world are you up to?
Thanks, buddy. First of all, I just want to say thanks for having me on the show again. I love coming together with the two of you and just, sharing how ordinary people produce these extraordinary results. So my name is Michael Holt. I'm the co-founder of LinkIT Media Group, along with my beautiful daughter, and the co-founder of the LinkIT Local program, where we connect like-minded business people together by putting these digital screens across the country and just helping people network and grow together and build relationships and just have a good time, doing life together.
It's great being able to do this family business, and you're working with more than just your daughter. LinkIT Media as well.
Yeah, I'm very, very blessed. I've got my daughter. She brought the concept of LinkIT Media Group to me, like you said, D. Scott, opening up the show. I had a 33-year career in the mini casino industry here in Washington State, and when COVID came, the owner sold the casino, and so I found myself looking for a new career. My daughter brings it this game plan together, and she said, "Hey, Dad, let's put together a company where we can bring our values to life, take our expertise, and shine bright." And not only did we do that with me and her, but my boys are working with us. So I've got 4 children. All of them are invested in LinkIT Media Group, and we're just excited to be able to be together every day and then use each of our skill sets and expertise that's been given from above, and trying to make a difference and have fun doing it as a family.
Well, Michael, I think that it's amazing that you get that opportunity, because you know what? I mean, family is so important. And, I know that you are, as life goes through and with business and everything, there's challenges and bumps along the road, but having your family beside you makes a big difference. But number one, having God in your corner makes all the difference, right?
Yeah, well, I've been saying for a long time, put Jesus first, and the rest will take care of itself. And that's sounds easier than what it is when it comes to everyday life and just making those right decisions. But the good news is he's with us with every decision that we make. And we're just trying to live that out every day here at LinkIT Media. And like I said, sounds easy, business, life, all of it can be messy. In fact, we're getting ready we're closing in on our 5-year anniversary, and you guys know how difficult it is to get through those first 5 years for a small business. And so we're having some fun looking back and taking all that we've learned and getting ready to prepare for the next 5 years, and definitely going to put the man above in front of us to help us make those decisions and move forward together as a family, and trying to figure out how to serve others and then let the rest take care of itself.
Your company is national, but you're located there in Vancouver, but definitely a Northwest feel. So two things. I want you to share just a little about what LinkIT Media is and what businesses benefit from that. And then also, that you have a tie to a very famous Northwest business that people would recognize, someone who's been a mentor in your group. So anyway, tell us a little bit about what the business is.
Yeah, so LinkIT Media was really it was brought to life through COVID. So what we do, the LinkIT Local program, we go to popular locations around communities, mainly like breweries and popular locations, restaurants, nail salons, gyms, any place that people naturally gather and spend time. And we put up digital screens in those locations, and we do all the marketing for that location at no cost. At LinkIT Media, we believe these 4 things: that people buy with their eyes, they buy from who they know, like, and trust, they want to buy local, and they want to work with like-minded business people. So our business model is to go into popular locations and find those local hubs that where people are naturally gathering, and we help them bring their marketing, special events, promotions, and projects to life with pictures on these screens. And we do that all at no cost for that venue, as long as they let the local businesses in the area network with them by putting their ads up on those screens. And so that's how we do it. The local businesses sponsor those locations, and it's the win-win. Everybody is networking together and trying to support community, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
And tell us about the famous voice that you've had come in to share.
Well, we have, in our in-house, we have a 0 to 100. And I've had the great fortune of being in the casino industry, is working with the voice of Les Schwab. Mr. Ben Tracy was the voice of Les Schwab for 40 years, the Where's the Beef commercials. So what he does is every year on his birthday, he turned 87 last year. He comes up, he meets with the team, and he shares his wisdom, which is such a blessing. And we just get the opportunity to hear the importance about how his life has impacted many people. And he emphasizes the importance of a person's name. And he's just a treasure. And we're very, very blessed to have people like him that will come in and share the wisdom with the team. And hopefully we're just better because of it. And it's just a blessing.
Well, and I think having people with so much wisdom that have been so consistent for so many years is always encouraging for people, because we kind of live in a society, Michael, where people try something and then they go do something else, and then they try something else, and everybody's bouncing around, and consistency is kind of a lost art form.
Yeah, you're trying to find those relationships or those jewels out into the community, and being able to tap into it is pretty magical. Guys, I have to share with you all the years that we've been together. I mean, that's what you guys do. The guests that you bring on, the experiences, and your other shows, truly, I can't even begin to tell you how much they've helped me. Even just listening into a 30-minute Monday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, whenever your shows are on, the guests, it really is true. You're bringing in this pearl of wisdom of individuals that are so good. They have so much to give, and they give from the heart. And we've made many relationships with your guests over the years. And what you're doing is truly impactful, and it makes a big difference to all of us that just jump in and listen in. Well,
it's you're very kind. And today's guest on The Experience Local is Michael Holt from LinkIT Media. And, we've talked about integrating faith into business. And you've set up a schedule for your folks to allow personal development for all of your employees. So tell us what that looks like.
Yeah, both my daughter and I know the importance of personal development and getting a good start to each day. Really starting off with gratitude. But the sales team, what they do is each morning when they come in, we usually will schedule about an hour for personal development. So, for example, today was Motivational Monday. So they will come in and they will listen to, up on our big screen, we'll put up a motivational speaker. It could be anywhere from Tony Robbins to Eric Thomas to Jim Rohn, and they'll get that first morning motivation to help, get them plugged back into the work week. Tuesdays is TED Talks. Wednesday is a salesman by the wayside. He's a gentleman that sells. So we're constantly just feeding in, starting the day off with gratitude, with blessings. They go over their goals each morning, and then we try to put something that will make them not all focused around sales and LinkIT Media, but just helping them become a better person, knowing that the big picture is figuring out what your purpose is here, and hopefully we can help them find meaning with that each day as they start their day off.
Well, and I love that, because when you invest in your employees, you invest in your family, you invest in whatever you're doing in life, and you care about more than just the almighty dollar and business, right? I think that's so important. And I think that's where character traits and the kind of character you have comes into your business, and why your business is successful. Even in the hard times, Michael, you're able to hang in there and keep moving because of the character that you have, and the leadership comes from the top down. And I think that you do such an amazing job. So talk a little bit more about, what you're looking at doing, future plans. I love the fact that, you're out there continually growing and building local communities. Tell us about what you got going here in the future.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And Russ, you're so kind. You always talk about me, but I can't help but come back to my daughter, who is she is the superstar. In fact, she'll hold me accountable to those values that I've taught the kids over the years, which is to make sure that I'm walking that talk, which is great. And what that does is, looking at our 5-year history, we've been able to service over about 3,500 small businesses have participated in the LinkIT Local program. And so we're looking back at trying to understand how we can better serve them. In our arena, a lot of times, the business owner will sponsor a location. And so we're looking at the tools and the systems for us to continue to bring more value. We have so many relationships and so many people that should know one another. So what we're working at doing is, at LinkIT Media and the people that are part of the LinkIT Local program, we're trying to figure out better ways to get those like-minded people to connect. So being more relationship driven than transactional driven when it comes to our business model. So many tools out there, so much opportunity, but most importantly is just making sure that we stay connected and we hear from our customers and continue to promote that family atmosphere that's important to us here at LinkIT.
And I like that you have a national business. You're operating there out of your location in Vancouver. And how do you source clients across the country? Because you have a call center and you train people. So how do you manage that side?
Well, we're blessed because a lot of it is word of mouth business. Once people understand that, it's tough, because really what we offer up, we're being met. It's almost too good to be true. So it's really creating the ability to share our message. And we use the different tools from, emailing out to communicate across the country, word of mouth businesses, the referral programs that we have so people can refer somebody that might be a good fit for us. So all of that starts in-house. We share the message out in the different channels that we use. And then once we find the new venue, the popular location, the community hub, then the call center will call in and research all around that area and share the opportunity for the small businesses in that community to network with that community hub or that new venue. So that's the way we do it. And, we've just been blessed above that people get it. And once they understand it, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Michael, one thing that I love about you above all things is just the just a wonderful person that you are and how thoughtful you are at every step of life, whether it's business, family, all that you're putting together. And you're always so complimentary, just like you're talking about your daughter. You're always looking to others. And I think, that giving spirit and that giving heart that you have is what makes you successful. We've had our guest Bob Berg on a couple times on our other show, The Experience, and Bob talks about The Go Giver. Such a blessed and awesome book. I know you're familiar with that, but I think that whole theory in life really propels you to something significant, right? And not just looking at the almighty dollar and success.
Yeah, well, it's not about the dollar, although we all need to make money to survive, and
Sure.
there's nothing wrong with making a dollar, but
No.
it really is. It comes back to the service mentality in life. I took school was tough for me, and I took pottery and PE at my local college to get prepared for that 33-year career in the casino industry. And people used to say, Michael, quit saying this, but I used to say, I can't spell Bob if you spot me the first two letters. But we were able to surround ourselves with people, and I found myself, overseeing 425 teammates that had a common vision. And so the blessing of that was you didn't have to be the smartest person in the room. In fact, the whole goal was to surround yourself with amazing people and just have everybody work together of a common goal. And that, LinkIT Media is really that simple. We really have a very special program in that LinkIT Local program that it just does that. It's so simple. We put these screens up in proper locations. We just help them bring their products and services to life. And then we just network with like-minded people. So, for me, I always have said, I'm pretty ordinary. And I think the good Lord above has a plan for us to become extraordinary by just stepping into what it is that is natural, which, I love people. I love what we do. And it just makes it easy to share something that's really, really good that can help everybody win. And if you do that, the good book says, if you serve enough others, you'll get what you need in the end. And is it easy? No. Is it, we go through tough times? 100%. Do some months we come up a little short with cash? Absolutely. But in the end, you're not doing it alone, and everything is working for the good. So we just stay focused with that, and so far, so good.
So let's talk about the leadership, because you went from leading an organization of over 430 people, and you've got a lot fewer people there now within the organization.
Yeah.
But let's talk about how you lead and motivate existing and new team members that come in.
Yeah. Well, I think our whole goal as leaders is to make sure that we have the right values and philosophy set up. So when people come in, they understand their role on the bus. And then our job is to get them the tools that they need to be successful, and then get out of their way. Let them do what they do, and just be able to be an open door so that they can come in and know that they can talk to me or my daughter or anybody on the team. But everybody is in a position here at LinkIT Media to serve one another and help one another succeed. So, just leadership at the top is just setting the goal and the dream out there. And then our job is to get our teammates the tools, because they could work for anybody. They could be with anybody. And we just hope that we can create a place that they want to be for that 8 to 10 hours, whatever time frame they're working with us. And they also can have this quality of life outside of work, which is to go out and serve their family and get what they need to be successful.
Yeah. Well, as we get to the point where we need to start slowly but surely winding up the show here, Michael, we just always appreciate all your wisdom, all that you bring to the Experience Local. That's why we love having you on here, because, we're all about believers in business, faith driving people forward, even through the challenges of life. This weekend, and you would relate to this, I listened to a message at our church about overcoming challenges and keeping the joy of the Lord. Then I listened to a podcast by Susie Larson. And if you guys don't listen to her, she's amazing. Susie Larson was talking about her challenges and and overcoming those challenges and having the joy of the Lord in spite of those challenges. I just got done reading a book by Chip Ingram about joy, and you are the epitome of that. Going through challenges, doing business, but keeping the joy of the Lord in your heart and in all that you do. So give us your wrap-up comments and your gold nugget of the day, and let us know how people can get in touch with you, because I know people want to reach out to you because you're such a blessing.
Yeah, well, thank you, Russ, for those kind of words. You know, I think you're right on. I think the whole focus is just, focusing in on what the good Lord has planned for you, realizing that you're not doing this alone. You've got somebody that's inside of you, that's with you, helping you, along the way. And the good news is, when you understand that and you really kind of plug into your faith, and I'm not a religious guy, I'm just a Jesus guy. I stick to the Bible, I stick to Jesus and his message. And when you get that message, there's nothing to fear. That even when you can't pay the bills, even when that superstar teammate has left the building, knowing everything is working for the good, you don't need to fear any of it, because whatever is to come, it's going to be what was already designed, because he already knows that. But it's just staying focused, knowing that that's the truth. You get up every day, you love one another, and you just show up. So, my encouragement to the people that are watching today, the message today is here for a reason. You're hearing this. You're good enough. And when you don't think you're good enough, you're not plugged into your source, which is the man above. Because when you see life through his eyes, the way he sees you, you can't help but win, and win big. So just stay focused on that. And if people want to reach me, the best way, Michael at LinkItMediaGroup.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. You can go to our website at LinkItMediaGroup.com. But I just want to say thanks again, guys. I get excited when I see the two of you. You guys are so consistent. You show up every day, and you're making such a big difference. And I'm very grateful that you give me this little part to be a part of your family. So thank you.
Well, we appreciate you so much, Michael. And I can't tell you how much personally I appreciate you. So just want to tell you how much we love you. And we're going to send you out. We're going to say goodbye on screen, but hang tight in the green room. We'll be there in a minute after we wrap up.
All right, guys. Take care. God bless.
Bless you, man.
Always great to have Michael from LinkIT Media Group here on the Experience Local. And again, I just want to say thank you, Russ, to you for putting this together each week, for the work that Ever, our assistant, does in the background.
Yes.
And also just a shout out to all of our sponsors who are willing to support the program, to bring these great inspirational speakers to come. So we have got Copper Rock Realty, we've got Boson Hub supporting CASA, the Arbor, and Avamere at Albany, and the independent merchant brokers doing credit card, debit card processing, and of course, Discover Oregon Real Estate right here supporting the Experience Local.
And we are also listener supported. Don't want to forget that we cannot do this without you. Everybody watching, please scan or click on the link and give whatever you can give toward the production cost of this show. It would means so much to us. So we just appreciate everybody. We appreciate this community so much. Right, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. Every Monday, tune in live or listen to it on the radio station, either KWIL or KYKN. They're just great supporters of the Experience and the Experience Local.
That's the Experience Radio Network. We appreciate that. Yes, not only does this go live at 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, but it also sits on LinkedIn and YouTube forever, Facebook for 30 days. And you can also listen on Spotify. We'd love for you to do that. And with that, we're going to wrap things up for another amazing week. Appreciate everybody. I'd bring Kermie in here to do one last little next week. Have a blessed week and enjoy
the local experience.
Thank you for tuning in to the Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Listen to the program on Spotify or wherever you listen to fine podcasts. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. We look forward to seeing you next time on The Experience Local with Russ and Scott.